Coming up this time on This Is True Really News, the food remains fresh.
Really?
Well, and some nonsense and some fiddle-dee-dee. And gold coins.
I like the fiddle-dee-dee, especially with the caramel covering.
Ooh, yes. But I also like it in a Bernaise. Oddly enough.
You're a weird... Yeah, that would be oddly.
Please like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News because we need you.
That should be a butler's name.
We love you, and we're stuck on the space station, and we need docking fees.
Don't go that far. That's just stupid. Even I wouldn't believe that. For one, we're old and fat. How the hell would we get up there? They needed 2 rockets just to lift us.
I love you, and I want to come back from the space. Is this working?
No.
No. Sheila?
Sad, but sort of pathetic.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
As far as you know.
Oddly would have been a great name for Butler, though, wouldn't it? Oh, Oddly. Would you?
Ooh, Oddly and Deadly. Deadly could be the groundskeeper.
That's it. Oddly, would you tell Mr. Deadly that somehow or another the bushes have died? We think it might be a rodent.
Maybe someone from Parliament.
By the way, we think our food has gone bad. Could you check that too?
I'm not going near that fridge.
Ray Minter of East San Jose, California, nowhere near England, has lived, well, unless you're like looking at a globe from far away, then it's about that far.
Yeah.
Ray Minter of East San Jose, California, has lived in his home since 1960, he told KTVU TV, and why they asked is beyond me.
Maybe we were just doing a canvas.
I had to read farther.
Oh, okay.
Since 1972, Minter's house has been hit 23 times by cars as the exit the 680 South Freeway.
I know stories. My dad.
What the hell? Yep. Do you paint a target on the door?
My dad once worked at a church in Illinois. Where
Illinois,
the road.
I mean, this is California, where normal people couldn't do it.
Where the road wide, right at the church property, and truckers would constantly run into the church at night.
Well, you're not sure the why is there. You're going a little too fast.
You're sleeping. You're drinking. You're smoking.
Oh, sweet Jesus! Yeah, well,
here he comes.
Despite steel poles installed by his insurance company, a chain link fence out front, cars still find a way to slam right into his home.
Yes, they do.
Minter said, I've had 4 of the cars come right through my house completely. Oddly, the Prius was stopped by the front door. All the other ones have torn up my fence, and I've lost 3 cars that were parked in the yard. Amazingly, none of his family have ever suffered serious injuries.
That is amazing.
His niece did have a broken arm and spent time in the hospital after one incident. But she was young and had a cape and thought she could stop the car, I'm guessing. Of the drivers, Minter said, most of them, here's a shock, most of them have been drunk.
No.
Like the guy in 2016 who hit Minter's car at 105 miles an hour.
Holy Pete.
Wow.
He needs concrete barriers.
Was he drunk or passed out?
Pull out some of those tank traps out from Normandy Beach and just ship them over.
Set them right in. A couple of those in front, you're good. I realize it's not great for views.
Right.
But the entertainment value on the weekend, you could just sit out there, have a weenie roast, watch cars smack into them. Those are the days. The city of San Jose said it has no authority over the off-ramp, but encourages drivers to slow the hell down, please, and obey traffic laws.
Wouldn't it be great if a city actually released a statement?
I want that statement.
The hell down.
The hell is wrong with you people? Slow it up.
A treasure trove of more than 260 gold coins.
Quit drinking and driving too. That would be good.
Was discovered by a couple in Ellerby, East Yorkshire, under their kitchen floor during renovations.
What was this? Ellerby, East Yorkshire?
Ellerby, East Yorkshire. Yeah, Ellerby.
Never mind then. I have friends in Ellerby, West Yorkshire.
East Yorkshire. Ew. All the toffee noses.
We kind of.
Yes, well, you're the toffee noses.
I am.
The collection was spotted.
I've always been a bit of a snoob.
That's you.
The cross between a boob and a snob.
Remind me to tell you about what the drummer asked me that I asked our lead female vocalist.
Probably not in this lifetime, Scott.
The collection was spotted inside a pot hidden underneath concrete and 18th century floorboards. The coins, dating from 1610 to 1727, belong to the Fernley Meisters, a Hull family involved in Baltic trading.
Try that again. The Fernley Meisters?
They're from the hyphenated name people.
I get it.
Fernley-Meisters. A Hull family involved in Baltic trading.
So they're basically masters of Fernleys.
Well, Meisters, Maisters.
Oh, so they're mayors of Fernleys.
That's something. They're something
Yeah.
or other. The provisional estimate of the coin's value was placed between 200 and 250,000 pounds.
Huh?
One of the largest hoards of 18th century English gold coins ever found in Britain.
Oddly enough, I've also discovered new relatives in Britain.
In their ignorance, the homeowners put the coins up for auction and sold them for a final price, including fees of 754,000 pounds.
And then we found out they weren't actually related to me because they were too stupid.
And the kitchen remodeling is just taking on a whole new direction. Wow. Why does that crap not ever happen to me?
You know that? Look at this. I discovered a piece of ancient history that's worth several $1 million in my basement. You know what I find in my basement? Dust bunnies.
And comic
Crap.
books.
Oh, hey, those could be valuable one day.
Or
I won't know, but ask my kids' kids. They may have a clue.
Yeah, one day, one of them.
When there's a handful that have possibilities. Of
Okay.
course, if you save it long enough, of course, all the paper will have been destroyed.
Yeah, right.
And they'll be collector's items just because they're printed.
And they need toilet paper because there's a
What?
pandemic.
No! Barbarian.
Why do you have space ghosts faced backwards on your butt?
When that would be a tattoo. Don't be stupid.
Speaking
When
of, I'm getting a tattoo.
You are.
Yeah.
Why does it sound like a bit?
No, it's not. It's actually, I am.
You're actually getting a tattoo at your age.
I'm getting a tattoo at my age.
Have you suddenly become stupider?
No,
You're right. That's not possible.
It's a tattoo that refers to people who are
Shall we say? How would you phrase it?
that have problems with their mental health. And
Oh.
it's one of the symbols. It's a big deal to me
Okay.
that we treat mental health disorders very seriously and not pejoratively.
So I shouldn't get my Arkham Asylum.
No, go ahead. I love that. I love
When
Arkham Asylum.
When traveling to Yokohama, you know the weirdest part of one of the movies I watched?
Yeah.
Thomas Wayne was married to Martha Wayne.
Yeah.
And you know what Martha's maiden name in this movie was?
Arkham.
Arkham. Very weird,
I never knew that.
but it made for an interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's in the new Batman movie. And I've only seen it 3 times, so bite me. When traveling to Yokohama, Japan, make sure you have Unco Shop on your must visit list. UNCO. Does that ring a bell with you? You're fluent in several of the Asian languages.
Well, I'm fluent in several of the Asian words.
Japanese, UNCO. Unco. Unco?
Unco.
It's Japanese for poop.
They're going to the
Poop
store.
shop. Poop shop. When I grew up, there's a place called the Pop Shop, so this just works for me. And yes, there's a whole shop devoted to products featuring coiled up human poo. Ooh,
Why?
I don't know. Oh, wait for it. There are clothing items and home accessories. That's kind of the range you've got.
Are they also made out of poop?
I don't guess. Aside, I'm just stunned at the thought. As a matter of fact, the shop is the
Yuck.
brainchild of Ahiko Nobata, aka President Poop.
What?
President Poop, who trademarked the logo and gave up his job selling high-end men's clothing to start his online business 8 years ago.
Yeah, I was selling crap anyway. I decided just to.
Might as well do it for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last year, he dropped a. See, now this is where he dropped a brick
Tell
and
me-
mortar retail destination.
See, there's
Dropped
two,
a brick
brick
and
and mortar. So
See?
he dropped the deuce.
Wow. Complete with a guest book where visitors draw poops and giggle while drawing them.
Are all his visitors 8 years old?
Says Nobata. Probably not. That's what's frightening because I kind of want to see it now.
Oh, yeah.
Nobata says it transcends language and culture and creates universal laughter.
Well, it's sort of like fart jokes.
No.
Yeah.
I want to know what kind of poop clothing it. What? Please tell me it's not made from. Tell me it has wacky designs of. And even then, where do you wear it? I mean, you wear that to school. What is that? That's a get out.
You get elected to Congress and you wear it to every day.
Pass them out there. It's like the uniform.
Yeah, exactly.
Although you don't really need to because they're so full of it that it just drips out.
Exactly.
That wasn't very nice. True, but it wasn't very nice.
My point. So, from Time Magazine, Monday.
How many stories are we doing now? 5? Or did you do the thing?
No, I did the thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I did the thing.
No, I did the thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Now
I apologize for not being able to count.
So, Time Magazine.
Is that
Monday, June.
All right, I'm not a big fan of Time Magazine ever. I find them to make, great toilet paper, but other than that, that was rude.
Hey, why is Time Magazine?
Well, you have Time Man of the Year backwards on your butt. Let me help you out with that
stuff. Sorry, I was just Monday, June 24th, 1974. So,
hey, by the way, how long has Time been out of business?
A million years so far. You
and Newsweek, why isn't Newsweek?
I think they went to online early. I don't know.
Oh, because they still suck too. But
well, yeah.
When I was a kid, it was when Newsweek started to batter the snot out of Time.
Yeah. Yeah. And 1974. So this is our junior year of high school?
Depends. Could have been the end of our sophomore year.
Oh, that's true too. Well, sophomoric would fit.
Thank you.
In Africa, drought continues for the 6th consecutive year, adding terribly to the toil of famine victims. During 1972 record rains in parts of the U.S., Pakistan, and Japan, it caused some of the worst flooding in centuries. In Canada's wheat belt, and you knew they had to have one, a particularly chilly and rainy spring has delayed planting and may well bring a disappointingly small harvest.
Oh, we're back to the Ice Age again.
Rainy Britain, on the other hand, has suffered from uncharacteristic dry spells the past few springs. A series of unusually cold winters has gripped the American far west.
And right now, there are Brits our age going, yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah, while New England and Northern Europe have recently experienced the mildest winters within anyone's recollection. As they review the bizarre and unpredictable weather pattern of the past several years, a growing number of scientists are beginning to suspect
they can make money off of
the research for these contradictory meteorological fluctuations, but they're actually part of a global climatic upheaval.
No, they want it to be climactic so that they can get better money.
There'd be that. Telltale signs are everywhere, from the unexpected persistence and thickness of pack ice in the winters around Iceland to the southward migration of warm-loving creature like the armadillo from the Midwest. Since the 40s, the mean global temperature has dropped about 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit. Since the 40s to 1974.
Wow.
And they're predicting the next ice age in 1974.
My theory is, right, kids have such a small perspective. That's why everything in their life is so big.
Right. And they
should
deal with their emotions.
But it's just everything is so big because it's such a big part of their life at that moment.
And it's new. And they've never seen it before.
You would think grown-up scientists would know that in the span of things, the 1,000 years we've been keeping track, has it even been 1,000 years we've been keeping track of things?
Well, we've been keeping track
and writing it down?
Well, tens of thousands of years. They used to have to count grain.
So if you're going to tell me we're billions of years old, you've got a drop in yield bucket, dude.
Right.
A tiny little drop.
Well, very, very much too tiny to extrapolate anything.
Thank you.
Not only did we not freeze, but now we're going to burn up.
No, now we're cooling off again. And these contradictory things are called climate change.
And
that way, anything that happens, anything that happens, hot or cold, wet or dry, it's bad and we're dying.
So we might as well have some fun. Tone?
That
was the last story.
Yeah, I'm out of fun for this. Now I'm depressed.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.